Already today's TV challenge, the Blacksite Stealth, Reinforced Locks, no Scrambler, and 15 minutes. It's Reinforced Locks, that's gonna be really frustrating, but what's gonna be worse is no Scrambler. But then again, that's also 15 minutes, which, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't really matter, so it's not like that's something that we're really gonna care about. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move that lockpick slightly further to the left. Then we're gonna see if there's anyone outside, which there isn't, so we're just gonna hop over this, and presumably it'll go fine, which only works if we can actually get over it, which, well, I mean, if that isn't good timing, I don't know what is. Now, as long as you stay over there and don't get much closer, that would be quite nice, but unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. But then again, on the other hand, that camera's quite literally facing away when it's no Scrambler, and we can't actually, well, get a door open, which is just frankly, rather bad timing, because it would be quite nice if we could actually get through that without, well, taking out any of this, which we're going to have to because we need a keycard. And that's kind of how this works, so we're just gonna walk past that guard over here, and we're just gonna loot this camera whilst we still can. And there's gonna be a guard that's gonna be over there, so that might be a good opportunity. Who knows? But first, we've got a lot of cameras to actually loot, and a lot of guards to avoid. Speaking of guards to avoid, that's one very bad way to do it, but it works, so why bother with it? Or why complain about it, more accurately? And now that that's been taken care of, unfortunately, there's a camera way up over there, which means that I'm gonna have to loot that first before we take out both of those guards, which is a bit of a shame, but it'll be fine. I mean, one of them is literally moving out of the way right now, which, judging from everything that's going on right now, this is the perfect time, and unfortunately, we're not gonna actually take a keycard from it, which means that the last card over there has the keycard. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna grab the keycard, we're gonna leave it up over here because it's not heavy bags, and then, well, we're just gonna move along with it. There shouldn't really be anything else from here on out, so we're gonna try and fight over one single ladder for some absurd reason, then go through here, enter this room, and, well, say hi to the guards. Which has been very nicely resolved, and right then, we're not gonna question that shout, we're gonna back this guard up, we're gonna leave him in the chest, and we're gonna see what happens from here on out. Which will, of course, start with a guard right over there, and a camera down over there, which means that we are most definitely not taking the guard out. Because if we were to take the guard out, things are not gonna end well for us at all. Well, that was a jumble of words. We're just gonna walk through here, past that camera, and whenever we get an opportunity, which, by the way, please face that way, well, I do know where one of the guards went, and it's not over here. So provided that the guard keeps walking, we can just go over here, we can loot this camera, and then, well, presumably, Cyber's gonna, well, take care of this, or I can just do it, which works out just fine. Now, there is a gun over there, which might want to be picked up, so we can go over here, past here, and then afterwards you can just bag, well, the guard up. And then afterwards we've got 3 more guards to clear, but if we're feeling ambitious at any point, we could just, well, run through everything and it's gonna go just fine. At least that's the plan, so who knows, we might stick to that, we might not. Or we could just, in a very questionable manner, walk past over here, all the way over here, then just start moving because that's something that we can do. So we're just gonna knock them both out, we're gonna bag them up. This is gonna be slightly questionable since Cyber's just joining us right now. And then, well, there's gonna be one more guard up there, which, that's one way of doing things, we're not gonna question that. There's gonna be more guards that's gonna be coming up relatively soon, since they're most definitely respawning now, which means we're gonna want to lockpick this with reinforced locks, and then afterwards, well, presumably, all will go well. That's kind of the hope here, so we're gonna have to knock everyone out, just so that we can clean up the weapons, because that's gonna be, well, a very real threat with that gun over there. So now that we've taken care of that, we're just gonna leave it over here, and it's gonna go just fine. So we can just run through here, all the way through here, and then it's gonna go, well, just fine. We don't have to wait, we can just go through here. There's gonna be one guard over there, which are seemingly good locations so far. Or at least that's what I think. But I would want to loot this camera first for no particular reason, because that works for some reason, and I mean, I guess that works. So we're gonna start by opening cell B, and then afterwards Cyber's gonna grab a drill, and then afterwards get the remaining doors open. And hopefully, it'll work out just fine. And hopefully, it'll either be in cell B, or it's gonna be in the first one over there, which it isn't, so maybe it'll be in cell C. Who knows? But it's not in cell B, so if it's not in cell A, it's gonna be in cell C. Which shouldn't be too bad of a wait. But it's in cell A, so we're just gonna have to open that. And then afterwards, we can just, well, wait right outside over here, which is something that we can do. But we still have to wait for the door to actually open. And then afterwards, we still have to deal with 15 minutes. But hopefully, the commander area later on will not take 7 minutes, or actually more like 8 or 9 minutes. But regardless, we're gonna enter here. We're gonna walk back outside. We're gonna, well, essentially just rescue Rose, and then Rose is gonna walk up the stairs, get the doors open, and it's gonna go just fine. So now that we're done with this, Rose is gonna slowly, very slowly, saunter all the way up there, and we can just go through here, and it's, well, it's gonna be a bit of a run, but hopefully, we'll meet the commander immediately. And that might make things very, very fast, or it might just not happen at all, and who knows, it might just go really, really badly if another guard walks in on us, which will not end well, but we're just gonna go through here, all the way through here, and as we run through here, all the way over here, we're gonna get this door open, and well, it's gonna be, hopefully, right then, that's not gonna make things very simple, is it? Now, if you're just gonna go over there, or over here actually, this is compelling. There is a camera here though, which I will want to take care of, if I can actually reach it. This is an absurd way of doing things. You know what? It'll be fine. It will not be fine. There is a commander over there, which does make things a bit problematic, so hopefully Cyber's gonna back that up and things are gonna go just fine. Because there's also a camera over there, which we will want to take care of, eventually, which means that right now is basically a good time to bag everything up and then, well, get out of here. And just work on actually going to one of the computers. Because there once again is a camera over there, and well, we should be relatively terrified of cameras, because otherwise we could just run across literally everywhere, and just, well, hostage everyone. And that's a very real solution that's gonna go just fine. But we're gonna start by looping the camera so that we can check if it's inside over there, but then again, it is reinforced locks, so I'm not going to. It's gonna be really, really tedious. And I mean, Cyber is marking downstairs, so I'm just gonna go towards it and see if it's inside there, which it might be, and it'd be quite nice if it is. And it is, so we're just gonna go in here, not get seen, well, essentially trespassing, and then we can use the computer, and then get out of there. And that's gonna work just fine. At least that's kind of the plan, so we're gonna get this open, we're gonna get out through here, we're gonna ignore you over there, then we're just gonna go back through here, and well, everyone can just leave. Just stay here and have a very, very peaceful day. So we're gonna go over here, and Rose is gonna show up behind us, or at least that's kind of the hope here, because otherwise we're gonna be, well, mildly stuck since for some reason we're not really able to open that. But we're not gonna question it, and we're just gonna wait, and Rose is gonna show up, and it's going to be grand. So hopefully, Rose will walk all the way through here, all the way over there, and we can get a door open, and then run outside, and that's, once again, kind of the hope. So now that this door's open, we can run through here, all the way through here, we can actually start running, then go all the way over here, get out of here, and that's the daily challenge done in just under 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!